in a title. Good morning, Friday morning, Venus Day. Let's get across this road. Tom McDonald's dropping some more songs today, I think, which is brilliant. He's really good at what he does. He's really quick at what he does as well. Independent too, and knows what's going on. So I think I put in a title, what had to be done first, and well done Patriots, because I mean, big shout out to all Patriots in these times. Might be a bit of a mixed match. I've put 45 because we know who 45 is. Make Earth great again. Hi Rachel Pixie, I was going to text you the other day about that, Foxy bracelet, so I'll have to text you about that, but yeah, so excited. Oh god, it's so amazing. It's really funny because last night I got locked out of my house, because that's why I wasn't on last night, because we felt I had to go to Sheffield and pick his mum up, and she wasn't well, and he had the key and totally forgot, so we had to go to his sister's, which was fine, but we got in a bit later than usual because he got stuck in traffic, and yeah, I will, and we're talking about everything that's going on, everything that's going on that I like to talk about, many of us around the world, and my mum's never been totally on board with everything, which is fine. I've got friends who are, but truth is truth, and it's been seen on a daily basis, as I've been saying. And my sister said she was talking to my mum, and when I've told her not to have the you-know-whats, and I've told her definitely not to have any more if they're still pushing them, because I don't watch the news like, that way. But now she's listening to her ex-partner that she's still friends with, and said, oh no, I'm not now because he said this and he said that, and it's not good. She's never listened to us. Her own daughters, she thought were cuckoo, like a lot of people do, but when someone else says it, which is what happens a lot as well, she's taking his word, because he knows stuff as well, but when we were trying to, highlight stuff to her, she wouldn't have it, even though she wasn't feeling well. But anyway, I've seen that with a lot of people, but if she sort of knows now, I can't really grumble. And I did say to my sister last night, we were saying, people have got to remember, you can't get mad totally at the other side, because the brainwashing has been very strong, and also they thought they were doing the right thing to help size people not get something, if you get what I'm saying, and we all did as well. But that's what will unite the people, as I've always said, because when that side of the world begin to know, waking up to everything, what the actual truth is, no matter if they're upset, offended, whatever it is, because of what they've done to themselves with, not researching and so on and so forth, people will come together, because it's not against the people, it's against those that have been in power for a very long time, that have been controlling people, and that is what's happening if you take a look around. Oh, hi RWV, I had to change the name. Hi, so if I don't see you speaking, it's just because I'm walking and talking and I'm not looking down. So also my sister was saying there was a friend, because we still see, we're still around our area where a lot of people are still friends from school, and there was somebody who got in contact with her because my sister puts things on Facebook. I tend to use Facebook just to drop things on, because any arena, any platform you can drop things on is good, whether people like it or not. And and that's what I've been doing. But I used to be a bit more abrupt a few years ago, because of course I was a bit madder about it then, like everybody is when they wake up. But she said someone got in contact and was like, I'm open to it all. You know, there's a lot of silent majority that don't speak out, that are starting to see and speak out a little bit, because they're in favour of what their friends will say, you know, and in favour of looking mad. We never were, but they're starting to see it now. And he said what helped him wake up was lockdown, which I reported, many other people said at that time when people were at home, the majority had time and no excuse to research, because they weren't working and using that excuse of, you know, I'm at work and I've got no time. A lot of people who were sort of scratching their heads went and researched, and that's what he said he did. And he said he had the first, you know what, and he was ill in bed for 3 days. He started researching, that's what made him research, and he started seeing things, and he said, you know, the whole place is corrupt. So my sister's like, yeah, as a lot of people know, my mum even knows that, a lot of people know that. She knows about tyrannical rule and all that, but what she doesn't know, what a lot of other people don't know, is there's a plan against it, and it's a brilliant plan, and it is in place, and it's been in place for a very long time, and it's winning. You could say one, because there's no way out of this for those people who have been doing what they've been doing to humanity. That isn't good. Patrick Janine working to it. Yeah, hi Patrick, sorry. If I'm walking to work and not looking, it's because I'm got to keep an eye on where I'm walking and talking. I can't understand a word she's saying. Well, sorry about that, but I'm on a roll, so thanks Rachel for letting anyone know that comes in that, you know, I'm talking. So yeah, what was I saying? So a lot of people are seeing that now, and that's what this whole thing's for. As we've always said, observe, try not to get triggered. We all do now and again. Like I said, I got triggered the other day about something because it's in people's faces and people can't see it, but that's what it's all about. And like I said, lockdown helped a lot of people research. They couldn't go anywhere or whatever, so they had a lot of time to research if they chose to. If they chose to sit on their ass, call other people and say it wasn't, you know, this isn't going on, that isn't going on, without researching themselves, then more fool them for not researching, because Q has always said, research and question everything, which you should be doing, and research yourself, not off what somebody's saying, I'm saying, of anyone else. You go and do it yourself, and then you make your mind up. You don't research nothing and try and make your mind up about something massive, especially when it's to do with your health. But it's not just that, is it? So anyway, like I said, I'm seeing more of that on a daily basis. I'm seeing more and more people speaking out. There is a silent majority. We've got everything going on with, in America, you know, the midterms and all that, in Brazil, and everywhere's kicking off, and we all know why. I think someone will get reinstated. Most people know what I'm talking about, because we know Mr. T is a true president, so I don't have to keep banging on about that. But again, if people aren't researching properly, they don't understand it. But the reason why, and I think I said this yesterday, and I'm going to remind people, because I said to my sister yesterday, people forget what happened a few years ago. All the great things that have happened, especially with the white hats, whatever you want to say, that just means they're good guys. You know, before Mr. Bumbling Biden got in, and even in the time he's been in, not by him though, is my daughters are asking me loads about the topic as they are hearing things. That's the thing, people are hearing a lot more. The people who've called us conspiracy theorists, like actually looking at it now and asking, because they're hearing a lot of it. It's on places like TikTok. A fella said he went over there. I've been over there, but I'm not on it. And it's all the platforms are used for their agenda, but there's a lot more people doing the whole, you know, so-called conspiracy stuff. A lot of it, like I said, is there's a lot of information. A lot of it's, you've got to be careful who you're watching and what you're watching. There's a lot of stuff. that also don't do it any justice, because there's stuff out there that people are putting out that are turning people off as well. But at the end of the day, where the young ones go, the younger generation, places like TikTok and that, they start seeing it enough, they will start asking. And a lot of the young ones are awake, and they'll get it. And so that's good. Like Rachel just said, so when people tell me there's nothing going on, I've been saying for ages, there's shitloads. If you don't know where to look, you're on the wrong platforms, you're watching the wrong people, you're listening to mainstream media. Mainstream media is dying off. People's media is where it's at, because as we got told, we are the media now. Anyone can be a journalist these days. You've got a phone. That's what's happening. So when the news puts some bullshit out, someone in the country can be filming where, say, they've done a story which isn't exactly the truth, a bit like what they're doing in Ukraine, and people could see the truth. People need to learn who the UK's funded by. Ukraine's funded by. Might make sense to a few more people about what's going on. Poland is an ally, if you could say, the good Americans, so work that one out. I wish I knew what the topic was. The topic is what's in the title. You just need to listen. So, what I was saying is the thing for you, Patrick. So, the biggest thing I wanted to say, which I have to keep reminding people, and I think I did say it yesterday, but I don't know if I get new people watching. But all the stuff that's been going on, and when Trump was in, which we all know really, he still is, but anyway, when he was in, a lot of things got done. Now, if anyone remembers Kavanaugh, who was a judge and going for Supreme Court, to be in the Supreme Court, when he ran for that, or whatever they do over there, that Forbes woman came out and said she'd been, I don't know, sexually assaulted, all that bullshit she came out with. And we all knew it was a lie, because they didn't want him to get in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, not going through it, people who saw it know what I'm talking about, especially a lot of people who were researching. Now, after all the shit they did, Cav got in and Ginsburg passed away. What a coincidence. She was a bit evil. She was the one that was saying she wanted to bring down the age of sex to 12. Well, she would say that, wouldn't she? Because she was a part of that side. Bad side. Now, Cav's in. People forget. What do you have to set up first before you can take the people down? This is where I don't understand people when they don't get, it's been taking a long time, it's been doing this. Yeah, well it would, because you have to put the justice system straight first, because that's been corrupt as anything. And that takes a bit of time, and it has to be done within the law. These other people, they don't do things within the law. That's why a lot of people have got away with things that, bad people, you could say. And they put good people who have made a little mistake with something that's not mega. For example, I don't know, someone getting caught with weed or something, chucked in prison, I don't know, just stupid things, or big sentences for like minuscule things, and people who are, quite evil with stuff get a short sentence. So that is why it's took a bit of time, and within that time while that's been going on, the other things have been going on. You can't go and arrest a load of people and then put them to the courts when the courts are just as evil. Do you know what I mean? You have to put the right people in who are going to take these bastards down, and they know as well. So I don't know where people's brains are at, Plus they have to find good people to replace. Yeah, they do replace the swamp, exactly. And that's what's been going on, ready for that, tribunals. The cases that are still going through and the information that they've got, it's all there. It's all been collected over this time. So this is why I say to people, stop trying to rush everything and stop trying to say things aren't happening and it should be happening now, this, that and the other. You can't rush things like that, and you can't do it without replacing that system with good people. And that is why they went against Cav Kavanaugh. And if you've not been up with the programme and the plan, especially from the UK and you don't know who Kavanaugh is, well, I'm not going through all that. Did plenty of videos on it at the time. And like Rachel says, we all know Mr. T is the real president because it was stolen, which means they could put him straight back in, whatever the word is, if they find corruption, which I do believe they will, like they are doing in Brazil. Watch what's going on around the world, because there's a boomerang effect, and they know it, and that's why the media's running scared, and that's why the media's banging on about the Ukraine and Poland and Russia. And it was them, it was this, it was that. It was an accident. But Zelensky, whatever his name is saying, yeah, but it was, it was because of this, that and the other. They're funded by America. They're given money from America, and I mean the bad side, the Biden administration, if that's what you call it, to fund their weapons. They've been at war with Poland for years. And it's because they're against the tyrannical rule, the good side of Poland. Like I said, I work with Polish people, I talk to them, and there's a few that have told me they know it's bullshit, they know Putin's good, they know Trump's good, they know the media's brainwashing, so, if you're among people and you're talking to people from other countries, in your own life. This is why, it's exciting. And yesterday, she came up to me, she was like, oh, what's going on with this, that and the other? Because, but she made me laugh because she went, it's Trump and Mason, he was chucking the six up. I said, do you know it's a murderer? It's a murderer, a lot of people do it. But I said, because they stole the symbols, and if you know what they're really for, if anyone chucks anything up, they do on both sides, people start getting paranoid, and that's a fact because I've seen it happen many, many, many times. And but then she was like asking me a few things on what's going on, and she was like and coming up with a lot of stuff because she knows about Q, and she knows about stuff. And then the guy that I'm sort of gradually waking up at work, he's started realising now, and he's been asking about, what's been happening in the past couple of years with lockdown, even though he, took the whatever, but he said the only reason he did it, he didn't want to, like a lot of people, is because work were threatening. Well, not threatening, but, they were saying to people, if you don't do it, you won't have a job, or whatever. So people went in fear, and they did it, and like my mum, they wanted to go on holiday because they were locked down for so long. People just wanted to go on holiday. I was like, I asked about going on holiday. I'll have an holiday in the garden. I'm really not bothered. So they are asking questions, and they are beginning to see, and that's happening more and more every day. And when what happens with the voting and all that, people are going to see what we were saying back when it all happened, back when Mr. B took over, by stolen election, and people are going to then be looking at the people who have been talking about that, because like I said, there was a woman on YouTube, like I said, I know two with red hair, but one of them who was saying that it was never stolen, and she's supposed to be speaking to guides and all sorts, and she was like, on the video, she was like, I told you, my prediction was right, Mr. B got in, it wasn't stolen like everyone else is saying. I'm thinking, oh my god, this woman does no research. It was stolen, we know it was stolen, a lot of people know it's stolen around the world, and it's happening in other countries. So when that gets shown, all the people who've been supporting 45 and everything else are going to see that these people were telling the truth. They had done their homework, because a lot of these people have been slandered, me myself included, and everything, this, that and the other, and they're going to see who was telling the truth. And also it's going to give people more don't know what the word is like, to go to more back to those people that were telling the truth, to see that, you know, they were genuine, you know, and everything. No, it won't go on 2 more years. Hi, Ricardo, because like I said, he didn't say he was, he said the candidacy, so he doesn't have to say he's running because he's already president. That would be like saying he was defeated when he wasn't. But people have said, oh God, this is going to go on for 2 more years. If it did, suck it up, we're in a war. I don't believe it will. A lot of us don't believe it will, because it's getting seen like the thing in Brazil. It'll kick off, it'll be a domino effect, I believe. And they'll look into it, because I don't know if he's already calling for that investigation of what happened in 2020. Boom. They can, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Reinstating back in. Doesn't have to be 2024. Could be before Christmas, it could be in the new year. But when that happens, which I believe it will, because that's always been in the plan, there you go. And people are going to be like, oh my God. People will still be naysaying, but they'll have the evidence, and they have got the evidence, and all the stuff will begin to roll. Like I said, mainstream media are going to fall away. We have the people's media. More and more people are going to the people's media, meaning platforms that are by the people journalists, Twitter. That hence, it's not a coincidence, Elon has took over Twitter. Think about it. He was neither a white hat or grey hat, black hat. I don't think he's in the middle, and he's been on the Q map, and that makes more sense. And we've got Truth Social, which is out in the UK now as well. I'm not on that yet. My sister is and my dad are. You know, if you're still watching mainstream, Jesus Christ, I mean, if the whole world turned mainstream off, can you imagine what a beautiful place? Not listening to their bullshit agendas and dividing, because it's those who divide, and it's those families that own the mainstream media. They own all of them. So yeah, like I said, it's the judicial, I can't say it. It's the justice system that has been being worked on in the background, like I said, with Kavanaugh and all that. That's what's took time. Like I said, if you don't understand that, I don't know where your head's at. That had to take time, because you can't have a corrupt justice system, because it has been all over the world. That's what's happening. But it doesn't mean it's just happening in America. It's happening all over. Everything that's happening in America is happening all over, because they've all got the fingers in the same pie. This is why it's taking time, and this is why you're seeing a crazy world, which it looks like at the minute, but we know all that is for to have a more beautiful world for our children and children's children, because that's what it's all about. And to stop what's been happening with the children. Millions of children go missing in America all the time, every year, and that's just America. I can't even say the number. That happens all over the world. People don't even ask why. They're going to find out. But like I said to this woman on YouTube who was like, doesn't matter what the truth is. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We're not sweeping it under the carpet. Yeah, the truth is painful, but at the end of the day, you can't, you know, it's got to be cleaned out. You don't build on a bed of lies, which is what's been happening for centuries. You sweep it under the carpet. That big mound under that carpet is being seen as plain as day now, and it's getting swilled out. The swamp is being drained. Like I said, a lot of people reporting now, sorry because I'm at the roadside, are reporting that there's a lot of, you could say, those on the other side have gone quiet. And I've had friends saying that, you know, even on like say platforms like Facebook and stuff like that, people who were goading them and calling them mad conspiracy theories and all this, that and the other, because you had you know, especially with Trump, they've all gone a little bit quiet. And I'm like, well yeah, they will do. They'll either go quiet or they'll get mad, because what's being seen is being seen, especially Democrats. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, like Ricardo's saying, his immediate family worship mainstream media. They think of me, yeah, they think of you as a conspiracy theory. But Trump's been pointing and fanning the conspiracy flag, because he knows, no, it's not a conspiracy. All this stuff people talk about conspiring against them. Well, they have been doing conspiracy no more. People can see that. So at the end of the day, there will come a time when they'll look at us, people who are called conspiracy theories, truthers, whatever. There's many labels for the same thing, and they're going to be, I don't know what they're going to be like. It's like my mum just says now, some will say they've always been on that side when they haven't. My sister said to my mum last night, all that stuff that Janine's been talking about for a few years, because at one point my sister wasn't on board with it all. Even Q, she's all over it now. She knows what's what. It's me and my dad, as most of you know. And she said last night, I spoke to mum and talking about things. She's not having any more what's, because she listened to her ex, not us, not her daughters, but. And then she said, all that stuff. And she sent some videos in there of Mr. T and some bits and bobs. And she went, all this that Janine was talking about. And my mum wouldn't listen. She said, that's what Janine was talking about. All these things have come to light. And my mum was like, oh yeah, well, I hope it is, I hope that Mr. T is doing that. But she always has the big but it's been going on for a long time. This sometimes same side of the different side of the same coin. It's like, no, everyone says that, programmed response, because it mainly has been, not this time. You haven't seen this going on this level worldwide at all. So I'll just disconnect. And now I'm talking about that, this phone keeps cutting out. So yeah, so I've got a half day today. We've got a party day today, well, later on tonight. See how that goes. We're going to a party. I think some celebs are going there, but I know last time we went to a party where there was a couple of celebs. These celebs were awake, so because we're going to some sort of do, and I don't know really what we're doing there, but there's a few friends going there I've not seen for a while who are into Q and all that, so I'll probably be sat in the corner somewhere talking to them. But eyes and ears open. I'll be listening to what people are saying and observing. It's all about observing and not reacting to what's going on at the minute, even though it's brilliant. So excited. So I won't be on tonight. I wasn't on last night because, like I said, got locked out for a bit. I had to go to my sister's. So it'll probably be weekend now, unless I've got an hangover, because I am planning on getting drunk. Oh yes, not been drunk for a while. I'll be celebrating. Still making a lot of things. And yeah, so it's good. I feel a weight lifted off my shoulder in the sense of there's been different markers we've all been waiting for, and this is one of the biggest ones. Before we go into Christmas and the New Year is going to be really exciting. I got unfriended on Facebook by a high school friend. She doesn't believe in Antifa. Oh God, not them. So I just say get your popcorn out and keep watching, and watch how the mainstream media put a load of fear-mongering shit out about the missile, or we're going into war, or nuclear. That'll be, that's one of the ones they want to push. But keep an eye on the great Mr. T and all that's going on there. Remember, when he says things, people get, oh, he said this, we didn't say that, ha ha, he said this. He's a 5D chess player, wake up. He says things to troll the media. He says things, he's just very clever with his words. Don't always mean what you think they mean. He's a chess player. Barron Trump's a chess player. He's a 5D chess player. So Patriots, especially in America, but Patriots of the world were doing so well, holding the line. They've been holding it for a long time. The people to watch out for, as I've said before, are the ones that have never wavered in the truth. If you're waving all over the place, 1 minute you're on this side, next minute you're on that side, people say it's not about taking sides. Sorry, there's good and there's evil. Pick your choice. Choose your side. At the end of the day, like I've said, many other people, I've never wavered on this. One thing in my life I've never wavered on. I can be very all over the place with things in my own life, but whereas this has been concerned, nope, never. because same as plain as day. Do your research and you know. So anyway, I'm going to go. Have a great Friday. Hopefully I'll be on at weekend. Remember, it's a justice system that has to be sorted first. And I'll see you soon. Yeah, have fun. See you soon. Bye.